What's up, you guys? My name's Carson Rouse, and welcome back to Business Buzz, where we focus on business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Today, I'm going to be talking about the 3 best, riskiest stocks in the market right now. Investing in the stock market can be so different between people depending on your strategy or perspective. I usually like to focus on safe value stocks that even Warren Buffett could get behind. But today is not about those stocks. Today is about the up-and-comers, the low market caps with not a whole lot of revenue. They're not profitable, but they have a lot of potential ahead of them. These are, in all reality, gamble stocks. It's the equivalent in the stock market of going to Las Vegas, hitting up a slot machine and putting some money in there. So when investing in these stocks, be careful. But these slot machine stocks aren't just any slot machine stocks. These are stocks that I have handpicked that I believe that the reward is higher than the risk that you're taking. Keep in mind though, I am not a financial advisor. I am not telling you to buy these stocks. You got to do your own research. But if you do buy these stocks, make sure that they make up a small percentage of your overall investment portfolio because they're very volatile, and if they go down a lot, it could really screw up your savings. Anyway, let's get started, but before we do, you gotta go down and smash that like button for me. Thank you so much. Number 1, Virgin Galactic. Basically, the entire YouTube stock community has spoken about this stock at least one time in their videos. It has one of the most unique business models that I have ever heard of. They plan on using commercial spaceflight and charging customers to purchase tickets to fly in a real spaceship orbiting the Earth. These people are actually going to be going up into space, and they're going to be paying for it. They also build spacecrafts for other random space missions, and they were of course started up by Richard Branson, the very, very successful man. He's worth billions of dollars, and he owns the Virgin Group. Now, Virgin Galactic is one of the most volatile stocks in the stock market. They've reached highs this year of $37. They've reached lows this year of $10 a share, and currently they're trading around $18 a share. With any little bit of news that comes out, their stock can jump way up or way down, even if it's just a little thing in the news. For a company with a market cap of over $4 billion, this is not very common, but that's due to the fact that this stock is all speculation. They make basically no revenue. I mean, they have, but not really on their main business model. So it's all speculation. They're, obviously they're not profitable, but they're not even making revenue really. Now, they have had test flights orbiting the Earth. They're pretty sure it's going to work, but they have never actually charged a real customer in doing so. So if it's so crazy and outlandish and they're not really raking in any revenue, why am I still on board with this stock? Disregarding this company's huge head start in the very unique industry that they're in, they also have tons of cash. This company has nearly $400 million in cash, which should keep them afloat for the next 1 to 2 years, even if they don't reach any revenues by then. Richard Branson himself predicts that he will make his own flight in the first quarter of 2021. That's right, we are going to see Richard Branson, this man right here, in space. Now, this is just my prediction, but I feel like it's a solid one. I think that when Richard Branson goes into space, this is going to be a major news media frenzy. I think everybody's going to be talking about it. It's going to be on the news all over, and it's going to give this company a ton of free press. I mean, this guy's like the British Dollar General version of Elon Musk. And not to compare this company with SpaceX and Tesla, because they are nowhere even close to as good as companies as those are, but it kind of reminds me of when SpaceX sent a Tesla out into space. Like, it won't be that big of a deal, but I think it'll be a pretty big deal when Richard Branson goes into space. And I'm just saying, I think that one of you rich YouTubers out there should definitely buy a ticket someday and go into space and make a whole video on it. I think it could be one of the most viewed videos ever, and it would be well worth the 250 grand. If I had the money, I would make a video for you guys. Number 2, Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat is a much more proven company than the one I have just mentioned. Their market cap is just a few $1 billion more than the previous company, but they are consistently raking in hundreds of $millions every quarter, and it's consistently growing like crazy. They are one of the pioneering companies involved in producing and selling plant-based meat products. Burgers, sausage, beef, and many more items are things that they produce. Their food contains no real meat. It does not come from animals. You don't have to kill a cow to get a burger out of this company. It all comes from plants. I will say I tried the Impossible Whopper at Burger King, and that's their rival company, but they make basically a very similar product, and I couldn't tell a difference. It just tasted like a normal burger, and I assume that Beyond Meat is similar. And just the direction that the world is moving, very progressive, and just the rise in meat demand becoming less sustainable, I see this company having a very bright future ahead of it. They've already partnered with tons of big food chains and supermarkets like Dunkin', Subway, Walmart, Target, just these big companies that they've already built partnerships with. They even might be moving towards a partnership with McDonald's. That would be huge. Ever since their IPO a year ago, they have been all over the place. Their stock price, they IPO'd initially at $25, then they went to well over $200 on under 3 months. That's absolutely insane. Then a major correction hit the stock price. They plummeted below $100, but currently the stock trades at around $123 a share. This company has huge major long-term growth ahead of it most likely, and it could just end up being a huge company someday. I can definitely see it happening. The revenues consistently grow and they have a great profit margin. I see good things for them. Current valuation measures are not great for the stock, just as with any of these growth speculative stocks, but their future value, their future projections can cover for that. The fact that Beyond Meat was still able to grow its sales during such a rough economic downturn in our country's history shows a lot about their management and just how serious they're taking this company. Number 3, Shopify. This company is one that you may or may not have heard of and is considered a CMS, a content management system online. This allows anyone to easily set up their own online store for themselves or their company selling different products in under an hour. They really simplify the process of creating a merchant website. In fact, many YouTubers who sell their own merch often set up Shopify stores to sell their products on. Shopify makes it super easy and codeless to set up your site and set up profits to then sell, and they make money through a subscription service on the site. So you can choose tiers on how advanced you want your site to be and different perks. The company has a market cap of $120 billion, so they are definitely not a small company here. They're actually considered about a mid-cap stock. Their revenues last year were over $2 billion, and they weren't really affected by the Rona, so they might be a very well solid company to invest in even in a recession. While their revenues are growing substantially, they have still yet to turn a profit, but that is something that I see happening within the next few years or so. And again, this stock is a major growth stock. They actually went up 170% just in the last year. But a lot of times, this is a very beginner stock mistake. You see a stock go up so big in the last year, oh, I'm staying away from that. A lot of times, that's a wrong decision. Just because a stock went up huge in the last year doesn't mean you shouldn't invest in it. That's like saying Apple went up big last year, I should invest in it. That's not always the case. Now let's talk about why maybe you should consider buying the stock. A lot of people compare this company to Amazon or eBay, but I think they're more unique in the sense that you get your very own website. I think it's very different and it's not a fair comparison. You're able to do your own branding here because it's your very own unique website. You're not just listing a product on another website. It's uniquely yours and you can sell whatever you want on there within the legal limits. Huge amounts of small companies choose to use Shopify in lieu of Amazon or eBay to sell their products because of these reasons. Many people do see that this stock might be in a bubble right now, saying that Rona helped out their stock a little bit too much and maybe that bubble is going to pop because it's not sustainable because no more Rona. I can definitely see either one happening. That's why this video is about risky stocks. Remember that. It's about risky stocks. It's a gamble, but I definitely think over the long term, we can see this stock going up very much in value. But again, it's up to you. This is definitely the one that's most risky, I think. I genuinely believe that. This is one that I'd be most iffy about investing in, but it could get you the best returns. And I know this might sound stupid, but there have been multiple studies showing that ticker symbols can affect how well a stock performs, and they have one of the best, sleekest, and most simple ticker symbols out there, SHOP. Guys, I really hope you took something of value. If you did, make sure to go down and subscribe. We are almost to 1,700 subscribers. By the time you're watching this, we might already have it, but we want 2,000, so subscribe. Also like the video, and I will see you guys in the next video.